Hey Libras, welcome back to Deku Tarot. Welcome to your September 2020 reading and happy early birthday to you guys. It's so nice to be back after my little hiatus. So let's get right into your reading here. Doing at least half of this from outside. I don't know if I'll do the whole reading outside. It's pretty hot. So let's talk about September. Virgo season for the most part, then we move into your season. We've got that full moon in Pisces in the beginning of the month, and on the 17th we have that new moon in Virgo. Starting it off with a lot of emotional not emotional, how do I even say this? There's a lot of emotional focus here for the first half of the month on how we communicate our emotions, on how we deal with them, how we respect them, how we honor them, and our emotional and spiritual needs. Do we make time for them, or do we put them to the side in order to participate in work and do all these other things that we believe are more important? Because at the end of the day, a capitalistic belief that you can work and work and work and then you'll get where you want to go, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to find that peace and be relaxed in those moments, no matter how good you do. So it's important for you to take accountability, and to recognize that your emotional stability is just as important. To make time for that, to listen to your emotions, to communicate, and especially, as we have Venus still in Cancer in the first part of the month there, we do have it moving into Leo on, I think it's the 5th or the 6th of September. So we're starting it off in a really watery, emotional, feelings-driven place, and as it progresses, it's going to become more complicated for you in terms of communicating emotions, because we have Mercury moving into your sign. Yay, good. Yeah, that seems great, right? Talking more diplomatically, communicating in the way that you like to, seeing things from, a very equal and balanced perspective, seeking out equality and balance in relationships and work and all these areas. But we also have some other stuff going on. Yeah. We have Mars retrograding in Aries, and that's fun. And that's your opposite sign and in your house of relationships. So, and also Mars is Aries ruler. So it's just it's going to be a rough one for everybody, and especially for somebody like me with Mars and Aries. My energy is going to be gone. So it's going to be fun. For you guys, though, with this weird interaction of Mercury in your sign and Mars retrograding in your opposite sign of relationships, it's going to bring up this over focus here on what we feel we need to say about relationships, the emotional conversations we need to talk about. We're going to feel very emboldened and empowered to have these conversations that in reality it might not be the best time for. You're not going to come across the way you want to. You're not going to reach the conclusions that you want to. It's just best to wait, because you're not seeing things the way that you want to right now, or the way that, not even that you want to, that you need to. And other people are not going to be taking it the right way, especially not with Venus in Leo, which is extremely dramatic and very over the top, very overly sensational, really like, let's be dramatic, let's create a dramatic problem out of nothing just because I'm feeling it. I'm just feeling this energy right now. And you have to really watch out for all that stuff. So this is not the time to have emotional conversations. I would honestly kind of wait maybe until the end of the month, when surprisingly Mercury is in Scorpio. I think that might bring it a little bit more down to earth for you, surprisingly. We might be able to be a little bit more succinct and clear with our emotions and how we're feeling, rather than, I want these things, but this is retrograde and I don't even know what I'm wanting and needing right now. Like, you're not going to come across like you want or know what you need, because really you don't right now. And that's okay. You kind of have to let these things push forward on their own. So sit, wait, take that step back. Don't be afraid to step back and, kind of slow down in this Mars and Aries retrograde energy here, and unburden yourself. At some point this month, you're going to have to stop putting the burden on yourself here in a lot of ways. You're going to keep holding on, building up all this because you've realized, especially with this emotional stuff that's coming up, you've built up a lot. There's been a lot that you have not conversed about, that you have not spoken to anybody about. And that's going to be just waiting to pop out. It's like right on the brim there, like don't tip you over. And that's going to be a real balancing act for you guys this month. Like you're going to have to play trapeze artist. Like I can't tip this water. I have so much all of a sudden that I realized that I haven't talked about and that I need to talk about, and all these emotions and like, you know, conversations with friends, with family members, with my partner, with all this emotional stuff that I need to suddenly just get out. And you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I have a lot more than I thought. But now is not the time to maybe talk or bring these things up to others in a way like that, you know, you're trying to not just have a conversation about it, but it's going to come across as, you know, what do you want me to do about it? What are you asking me to do about it? Are you saying this about me? Are you saying that about me? I'm not so sure. And I don't know if I have the energy to put in there right now. So, Libras, you've got to count your blessings. You've got to feel good about what you do have and focus on what will continually make you happy, what will continue to give you what it is that you want. Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords. Be diplomatic. Do the things in life right now. Do the Libra thing. I don't know how to like say it. Do the Libra thing right now, where you have to just keep the balancing act going. You're gonna have to not try to offend people. You're gonna have to put a lot of focus on that, because even though like that's usually maybe not so difficult for you, because you're very diplomatic, you're very, you know, measured in how we speak and measured in how we come across. I mean, not every Libra, obviously. Believe me, I know some Libras who I do not feel that way about at all, but a lot of Libras are extremely measured, extremely calculated, very air sign, very easy. And when Mercury enters Libra, it's going to be a lot easier in terms of communication of others with you. But for you, it's going to have you focusing again on the emotional aspect. What makes you happiest? What's going to bring you that Nine of Cups? What do you want? But you're going to have to focus on instead is, what am I okay with right now? What can I be happy with? What can I be proud of? What can I be satisfied with? What can I congratulate myself on and feel optimistic and proud of? Because I have come this far and we can continue to go forward. But if we focus all this on the emotional stuff right now and relationships, it's going to get messy really, really fast. Yeah, it's going to get messy really fast, and things are not going to feel balanced. You're not going to feel at ease. You're not going to feel like we're in that good place, the Four of Wands, where we can celebrate how far we've come and how good everything is. And oh my gosh, can you see how humid it is, guys? My hair is expanded at a rapid rate. It was like such pretty curls earlier. Now it's just going to be crazy. So let's continue here for your month here, Libra, because ooh, oh my gosh, there's a lot happening. There's an ant on my leg too that I'm just, can you just get off my leg? Thank you. Wow, yeah. So let's go with what, again, not to do, which is to get into fights, to be combative, and to try to one-up others right now. Again, if you are trying to get the last word, trying to, you know, be the bigger person, trying to be the winner in any situation, not going to work out for you. There's a lot of really combative, really intense, like, tete energy where people seem to be fighting with each other. There's just a lot more combative energy, especially with Mars and Aries, and people's energies are going to be weird. And it's not that they're not going to have the energy to throw into the fight. It's that energy going into the fight is going to be very strange. There's just a lot of strange energy kicking up this month, and I would highly recommend, like, I can't go through all the astrological things that are going on, but there is so much. I'm going to put my little thing here really quick for it, just for a couple of them. Yeah, there's so much. Please go check out, like, Cam White or somebody like Nadia Shah, Cam White, or for White Light Astrology. They have really great descriptions of the insane astrology right now. But there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of unpredictable energy here. So I would say take yourself out of that equation of combative energy. You will find yourself getting into fights if you do engage this month. If you engage, you're going to end up in a fight. It's going to end up like this, and you're not going to want that. So just don't do it. because there's, again, this immature energy. And again, you could also be dealing with a fire sign, I feel like, for some of you, who gets on your nerves. Maybe it is an Aries, maybe it's a Leo, maybe it's a Sag, but this person is, you might find yourself at odds with this person because of you feeling the need to express yourself in a way that is, I don't know, somehow it's like you want to like prove this person wrong, or do something, like put them in their place, or be like, well, I said this, and like this is what it's like this need to overcompensate on a situation where you really don't need to. Instead, I would highly recommend, yeah, wow, that's what, yeah, there's your winning stroke here. This is a lot about sitting, waiting, relaxing, and working your way through this, focusing more on work and less on the emotions, and getting into petty fights and stuff with friends and, oh my god, my hair, relationships, etc. this month, okay? Focus should be on work. Wait till your season, until you can, like, I could say wait until October so you can start focusing on the more emotional aspects, but September is going to be, let's focus on work, let's put all of our good energy into business, and like just try to shove off that energy that like makes us very combative, makes all of this very difficult, makes us want to talk about emotional things that maybe nobody else wants to talk about, okay? But Empress is there, and that's a really wonderful card, especially for a sign like you guys who's ruled by Venus. So I do love seeing her show up in the Taurus and Libra readings, because there's a lot of abundance, wealth, happiness, success with her. There's a lot of feeling at ease where we are and manifesting from where we are. There's not a lot of action. You don't need to take the actions this month. Again, with the Empress, the Hanged Man showing up, the Ten of Wands reversed, it's kind of by sitting, evaluating, and seeing things from a different perspective, and dropping things that no longer serve you, especially in terms of beliefs, and in terms of, and I think for a lot of you, maybe that's what you want to talk about so bad, is that your beliefs have changed. Something has changed and you want to talk about it. You want to have these emotional conversations about it, but it's just like not the time. And that's okay. So I would say this is more of an internal journey, much like Scorpio. You guys are kind of on this same path of let the emotions work through you internally. By the end of the month, you can talk about them. It'll be better. And in terms of any beliefs, traditional, your life path, things like that have changed this month, do not be afraid to let that go, because you are making a decision here to go for something that you want, that you really do want to do. It's like, I've decided that my happiness and my satisfaction, my fulfillment in life is a lot more important than me carrying a burden to look good to others, to have this money, to live in this apartment, to live in this city, to do this, do that, to be this person that everybody else holds me up to. The standards that other people hold you to are not going to be important to you anymore. And I think maybe, again, that's a major thing that you guys really want to have these big conversations with people that you love about. But wait till you make a little more sense. Because I feel like you're going to have a hard time putting these things into words that are going to make sense and come across as like normal to other people. But you have success, and it's in your mind here. I mean, we have the Ace of Swords coming in as a big triumphant yes, but it also for me is this mental energy of like shing, like I'm on the right path, like I know where I'm going, I've made my decision, I know it's going to be this. And there's a lot of power in this, but you can't get distracted by the petty energies, the little emotional pulls, and excuse me, more dramatic players in your life, because again, remember that Venus is in Leo. There's a lot of drama. I'm gonna excuse me, head out now, guys, though, I think, though, because I feel we pretty much pulled all the cards here, and as your overall, message of guidance, really the only things that you get there is that Empress and Two of Pentacles reversed. Drop what you're holding back, that, whatever you're juggling that's keeping you from being in this Empress state, like, just stop. Just stop. Stop juggling other people's BS. Stop juggling what other people want for you, especially, because you're going to feel like you've got a lot to say in that department this month. But yeah, I kind of want to just end it there, guys. I don't even think I really want to pull an oracle for you, not just because I don't have an oracle deck, but I just feel that this is more of a internalized month for you. Go inside, look at things from a different perspective, look at your beliefs, your values, your emotions. your interactions within relationships. Are you where you're at? Like, are you where you want to be in those interactions? Are you who you want to be? Or do you see yourself as somebody else that needs to change? What about yourself do you want to change in terms of, you know, your emotional communications, interactions, and relationships with others? There's a lot that you need to question about yourself, and that you need to be willing to change, to let go of aspects of yourself that are no longer serving as you push forward and grow into this new you. You might even find also, for some of you, I'm kind of getting that passions from the past might come back, and I wouldn't say ignore those, but see where they lead you. Don't like jump head first into it. See where they lead you by the end of the month and where your ideas are at. Because you might have something here. You might have some other things coming up that are very profitable, very exciting. You have a really good idea that I think could get you out of the negative work situation or the negative career feeling stuff that we got here. Again, this very forced energy. It's like, I want to free myself up to do this because this is what I really want to do. And like, you get somewhere mentally with that idea. You really hone in on it or grow it. Something changes with that by the end of the month here. All right, anyways, Libras, I love you. I keep saying I'm done and then like messages. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go because I think I need to jump in this pool because I'm getting super hot. So I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful and blessed September. If you want to book a private reading, all that information on booking a reading with me is always in the description box below. The offerings and the prices might change soon, so definitely take advantage of it. Have a wonderful and blessed early birthday if you guys are celebrating your birthdays. And go follow me over on Instagram at Deku Tarot for more content and connect with me on there, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And have a wonderful and blessed September. Namaste.